Russell Van Brunt, I told you, my high school principal, was so seminal there. Harry Koblenz, my first father-in-law, was seminal there. Fred Friendly, and then to a lesser extent, but still substantial, Al Primo. The next big figure in my life is Roone Arledge. Larger than life, gregarious, creative, up close and personal. He made sports, journalism what it is today, just fantastically successful. He had a 2-page obit in the New York Times for good reason. He was a man who saw in me, he saw through the kind of the putrid atmosphere that many had toward me in the news business. They overstay, it's not that bad, but the standoffishness. I wasn't one of the in crowd.
Why was that? Because of the celebrity aspect?
Yeah, because of my own making. I mean, when you wear Engelbert Humperdinck sideburns and platform shoes and long curly hair, and you hang out in clubs, it's hard for people to take you seriously as either an intellectual or a professional journalist.
Mm-hmm.
Roone didn't care about any of that stuff. He just wanted me to get the story. And my most important story that year, I remember, was something very modest. It was in Nebraska, and it was a story about how the kids were all leaving the Midwest, going for the coasts or wherever, and their parents were living back in the old homestead, being supported just on Social Security, and often widows or widowers in these big old houses. So I called it Old, Cold, and Poor. And I remember I got a note from Roone Arledge. She said, "Brilliant," and I love the simplicity of the title. And it's some things that's so funny. That's from 1977. I remember the note. But Roone really embraced me, and then didn't care. People complained. Son of Sam happened. Son of Sam happened in '77. I did that for the network to much criticism from the establishment, because I remember they gave on the Barbara Walters, Harry Reasoner newscast 20 minutes to that New York story, Son of Sam, the day he was caught. And I was the lead correspondent, and they were furious about that in Washington. Sam Donaldson, Ted Koppel, they talked about it at Roone's his memorial service on Park Avenue, the big church, I think it was St. Bartholomew.
What, they felt it wasn't a legitimate national story?
Oh no, they complained that it was, it was a tabloid story, although they hadn't coined that phrase yet, that it was not their standard and a cheesy story, and why was I the lead correspondent, and on and on. Roone didn't even respond to them, and as Koppel quipped very cleverly at the memorial service for Roone. But Roone was someone who became my best friend in many ways. He was clearly my mentor, my protector. He gave me a fabulous salary and never held me back. Again, they didn't give me many assignments, but gave me airtime whenever I had a story. And then when 2020 began, I think I was his first choice.